I am Rajneesh from Special Center for Sanskrit Studies, Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi, India. Uh, very good evening to all of you. Probably it will be at 10:30 p.m. in the night, but it is a pleasant morning. Will be here when my recording will be displayed there. So very thank to Peter Shroff sir, which has given me so much valuable time to present my paper, which is titled that Ayurvedic referencing system. Text referencing system for texts of Ayurvedas. Authors are Rajneesh Kumar Pandey, which is I am, and other is Archana Tiwari, which is my colleague and classmate. So basically in this paper, two key Ayurvedic texts has been selected. One is Charak Samhita, which is basically based on medicine, and another is Sushruta Samhita. Charak Samhita is basically text which presides our, like a modern, you can call Charak was a physician in modern concept, and Sushruta was a surgeon. So introduction of the paper. India has a great tradition of lexicography and indexing. Core motto of this paper is to be presenting an indexing system for the Ayurvedic texts of these two texts, like Sushruta Samhita and Charak Samhita. The very first lexicon of Sanskrit literature is known as the Nighantu. The text focuses on the meaning of difficult words which is related with the Vedic literature, and after that Yask Muni wrote his lexicon named Nirukta. So Nirukta has consist basically the words which is contains in Nighantu, and also easily modify the words which is described in the above text. Now, Ayurveda is a great achievement of ancient Indian heritage. Charak Samhita is the text which I already told, which is based on the medicine, and Sushruta Samhita is basically text on surgery. So it will be very useful for us in future as well as for medical sciences to research and explore these texts. Sushruta Samhita is a legend text on Ayurveda, and Charak Samhita is a very good text of medicine. It is mentioned in Sushruta Samhita that what is sanitation of the these texts, where from these texts are borrowed, where main origin of these texts are. It is clearly described in Sushruta Samhita, the first chapter, that very first Lord Brahma gave this holy knowledge of Ayurveda to Prajapati, and Prajapati gives this Veda to Lord Indra, and Lord Indra gave it to Maharshi Dhanvantari. Dhanvantari gave this verbally knowledge to Sushruta and his 7 more fellows. According to Sushruta Samhita, there are 8 branches of Ayurveda, which is described later. So we are going to focus on Sushruta Samhita. Sushruta is generally believed to have around 600 pieces, which is probably mentioned in the later texts related to Ayurveda. However, he has puzzled scholars regarding the period when he lived and practiced. According to mythology, he was the son of sage Vishwamitra, which is almost maybe at the time of Lord Rama, and maybe other, but it is not clearly mentioned who was Vishwamitra there. And he was a disciple of Dhanvantari. He represents Dhanvantari school of surgeons. SS is one of 3 Brihatrayi texts of classical Ayurveda. It is the chief treatise of its surgical school, i.e. Dhanvantar Sampradaya, founded by Dhanvantari. Sushruta Samhita is great text about surgical ideas. It contains 8,307 sutras, following with 186 chapters, 6 sthanas and 2 tantras. Sutras in Sushruta Samhita are both forms, in prose and also in verse. The Sushruta Samhita is the only complete book which deals with the problems of practical surgery and midwifery. So, which are the 6 sthanas that is mentioned in this slide? The first sthan named Sutra Sthan, which contains fundamental principles of Ayurveda. Then Nidana Sthan, which is practices with etiology. Then Shariri Sthan, which contains anatomy and physiology, and another is the Chikitsa Sansthan, which is therapeutics, and Kalpasthan toxicology, and Uttar Sthan contains the or rest of the things which may be included in Ayurveda. So besides this, some of other important information has been also discussed, uh, training and attributes of surgeon, surgical instrument, dreams, etc. SS Susu Sanhita describes types of surgery for various parts of body, like plastic surgery is one of the valuable contribution of the society. That's why Susu Sanhita, Susrut, who is the writer of Susu Sanhita, is also known as the father of plastic surgery. And then we had to came on Charak Sanhita. The extant text has Ashtang Sthan, means it has 8 sections and totaling 120 chapters. The 8 sections are given below in the slides. The first is Sutra Sthans. Sutra Sthan contains 30 chapters. It deals with healthy living, collection of drugs and their uses, remedies, diet and duties of physician. Nidana Sthan contains 8 chapters and it discusses about the pathology of 8 chief diseases. Vimana Sthan also describes in 8 chapters, which deals with pathology, various tools of diagnostics and medical studies and conduct. So the another 4th Sthan, Sharir Sthan, contains 8 chapters, which describes embryology and anatomy of a human body. Indriya Sthan contains 12 chapters, which elaborates on diagnosis and prognosis of disease on the basis of senses. 5th is called Chikitsa Sthan. 30 chapters it has. It deals with special therapy. Kalpasthan had 12 chapters, describes uses and preparation of medicine. Siddhisthan contains 12 chapters and it describes general principle of Panchkarma. So it is the, you can say it is the main what contains the Susu Sanhita is basically this, that it contains almost 8 chapters, 8 sthanas and many chapters. So what the methodology is used in this indexing of Charak and Susu. In the Charak Sanhita and Susu Sanhita indexing, comparative, analytical, descriptive and technological methodologies are used. The presently available version of Charak Sanhita and SS Susu Sanhita evolved through multiple transformation and redaction by many scholars time to time. As Charak Sanhita and Susu Sanhita is very important text on medicine and surgery, there are many versions available at the time. For the development of the index system, which edition of the text is selected for database is a very good edition of Susu Sanhita, critically edited by Dr. Anantram Sharma and published by Chokham Basu Bharati Prakasham Varanasi and reprinted in 2010. While for Charak Sanhita, different version has been used. The original text of these holy texts of Ayurveda has been stored in the database table. Other information related with the text collected in other tables, and they are connected with each other, which can provide complete reference of the searched query. So the database has 4 tables. In the first table, name of sthanas with tantras names are given. Second table has information about adhyayas, number with sthana ID. In the third tables, name of adhyayas along with sutra name and their respective ID has been collected. So how the system is designed for the indexing of these 2 texts? The indexing system of Charak Sanhita and Susu Sanhita is developed in front end of JSP with Java Servlet and back end of RDBMS, Relational Database Management System, and JDBC, Java Database Connectivity. The web server of Java/JSP is Apache Tomcat 4.0 and the RDBMS used in MS SQL Server 2005 database in Unicode scheme. The model of multi-tier architecture of the system of SS is given below in the slide. Like if user gives a request transfers to Apache Tomcat is go to Java Servlet, then JDBC and then database. Then database return to JDBC, it responds to Java Servlet and Apache Tomcat, and then user got a response. So The system accepts input word and does a pre-processing to confirm the input language. There are three ways to provide input to the system, like by direct speech, by alphabetical search given on the system, and by the using drop-down box given. So what is the process of the system? Is basically a user can search the system by this type of system. Like if a user give his input text or query, then is go to SS indexer or CS indexer, which is connected to Charak Samhita, Susu Samhita database. Then it goes to output level 1, which is programming language, and another is the operating tomcat, and the final level is the database. And then user get information about the text. The indexing of the Charak Samhita and Susu Samhita is available on web at www.sanskrit.gnu.ac.in/ayurved/index.jsp. It has been created by using Java Server Pages, JSP, Java, HTML, Hypertext Markup Language, and the Java components. The system runs on Apache Tomcat 4.0 web server. The main JSP page allows the user to feed the input in Devanagari UTF-8 format by using HTML text area components. Its front end in JSP, a Java-based server language. The back end of the system consists of RDBMS, which contains correlated data tables. The database of Charak Samhita and Susu Samhita is stored in a table as Devanagari UTF-8. This Tomcat server-based program connects to MS SQL Server 2005 through JDBC connectivity. There are three tables in database, namely Sutra, Adhyay, and Sthan. Then, how to use the system, which is available on the site of Sanskrit Center of JNU. The indexing of Charak Samhita and Susu Samhita has a web version, which is already told by me. To access the web version, a user can simply log on to the URL, which is mentioned here, and use any Devanagari mechanism as Baraha to provide the input in the search box. A user can also access the system by choosing alphabetical scheme provided on the screen. Such results like alphabetical search will display a list of hyperlinked words with their references and the list of indexed words. The third option to access the system is drop-down box. A user can use drop-down box for the specific queries. The user can first choose a tantra from the box. After selection of the tantra, the sthanas appears. Entering the sthanas, the has appears. The system will make an index of the words according to the specific adhyas. At the second step, the user has to click a word among the list of indexed words. Clicking the required words, the page will move to another page where he can find the search query with its origin, like sutras. The connectivity of the database has been done through the JDBC driver software. It is an API for the Java programming languages that defines how client may access a database. It provides method for querying and updating data in database. JDBC is oriented towards a relational database. So, what is issues and challenge occurs when the system was built? There are many difficulties occurring during the system design of the Charak Samhita and Susu Samhita. First, there is not available data of the text in Unicode form. Data entry is a big challenge during the system designing. For indexing this text, more than 1300 pages of only Sanskrit data had to enter, which contains both texts, Charak Samhita and Susu Samhita. So, as the text is very large and vast, so the system designing is very sensitive at the time. My supervisor gives his time for suggesting me in designing the structure of index. The programming part of system was done by my supervisor, Dr. Jha. So, as usual, every research and developments have some limitation. Like that, this research has also several limitations. Though the system is very useful for Charak and Susu Samhita, but it has some limitations. The limitations are given below in the slide. The system can take input only in Unicode Devanagari. It can't bear in uh, like English or any other languages, and gives output in the same manner. Other searches are not possible on the system. The system can give result of those words which are in split form in the database. For Sandhi words, it tries a substring search to give all possible results. Like if words contain Sandhi words, then it is not able to split those Sandhi words. So it will not able to give that mid words query. The system enables to search only string-based query. It may fail to search synonymous words. It can give only index of those words which are exactly matched with query. The system is accessible on web only. It has not standalone application, but it can be installed on user machine or delivered in a CD or complex. Conclusion: the present paper discusses the dynamic indexing of Ayurvedic texts, Charak Samhita and Susu Samhita. Such a facility on the web will encourage the scholars and students of Sanskrit for the research in Ayurveda and computational linguistics. As mentioned prior, the unavailability of the text in Unicode text form caused difficulties in building the complete system. Future researchers will not face the problem of scarcity of e-text. The system preserves Sanskrit traditions, big achievement in Ayurveda, Susu Samhita and Charak Samhita. User can search the database by 3 different ways, which I have told earlier. One can search via providing direct input on the system, or one can click on the alphabet given on the system to search the specific keyword in the lab and use text, or one can click on the drop-down box provided on the search page in the following sequence: Tantra, Adhyay and Sthan. After clicking on the Adhyayas link, it generates a list of indexed words in hyperlink form. One can get full information about the indexed word by clicking on the word. Thus, the system is very useful for many aspects. So, thank you. If you have any query, you may call on 9013926895 with the Indian code +91. You may also visit me in email ID rajneshp1988 @gmail.com. Thank you very much.